Welcome to The Explainer. I'm absolutely thrilled to guide you through this high-energy countdown of the top 10 news stories defining our world today. We're going to be tracking everything from massive drug busts to super complex cybercrimes. And as always, we're relying strictly on the established facts, grouping them all into 5 key themes. Let's get right into it.
So, what exactly are the 10 most critical stories defining today? Well, let's dive right into our first thematic block, tragedies and public safety. These are the kind of stories that really force us to stop and ask some hard questions about our infrastructure and emergency responses.
Kicking off our countdown at number 10.
This is about a horrific collision on the Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. A passenger bus traveling from Rishikesh to Indore rammed straight into a moving truck near Dausa in Rajasthan. The devastation was literally immediate. The vehicle caught fire right after the impact. Tragically, 5 passengers were trapped and burnt alive, and 2 more later succumbed to their injuries, bringing the total death toll to 7, with 24 others severely injured. It's an absolute tragedy, and it really highlights the ongoing, critical need for stricter highway safety protocols and far faster emergency responses on our rapidly expanding expressways.
Moving on to number 9. Here we're looking at the heartbreaking end to a massive rescue operation in Ambala that really gripped the entire nation. Despite 21 hours, think about that, almost a full day and night, of relentless, desperate effort by rescue teams, a 4-year-old child was pulled out dead from a 220-foot deep borewell. It was one of the most watched emergency operations in recent weeks. This outcome is just a stark, devastating reminder of the fatal consequences of infrastructural negligence. It underscores exactly why securing open borewells isn't just important, it's an absolute, urgent priority. All right, let's shift gears and move to our next block, economy and geopolitics. We're picking this up at number 8 on our countdown. We are actually seeing a very noticeable shift in commercial LPG prices right now, with a pretty significant cut of 183.50 rupees. To put that into perspective, in Delhi, that means the price drops from 3,113 down to 2,930 rupees for a 19-kilogram cylinder. Now, you might be wondering, why does this really matter? Well, because this is the very first drop since the West Asia supply crisis finally eased up. It offers direct, immediate relief to restaurants, local dhabas, and small businesses. And that ultimately stimulates the local economy and makes the overall cost of doing business just a little bit easier. Coming in at number 7. We have some crucial diplomatic shifts happening between India and Iran. Prime Minister Modi recently sat down with Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian to hash out global energy stability. The real critical takeaway here centers entirely on the Strait of Hormuz. Securing this vital waterway is absolutely essential for the broader global energy market and, by extension, for India's own economic stability. Oh, and furthermore, Iran has officially been invited to the upcoming BRICS summit in India. That is a huge signal of a strategic strengthening of economic ties on the global stage. Okay, moving right along into Block 3, cybercrime and digital rights. In our highly connected world, these next 2 stories are incredibly relevant. Here's number 6.
The dignity of a woman cannot be left at the mercy of a fake profile. That quote is from a recent case where a woman's images were maliciously morphed and circulated online to extort money. And man, the Madras High Court took a really firm, unwavering stance on this. Justice L. Victoria Gowrie made it explicitly clear. A morphed image is a calculated assault on privacy and emotional security. It's not just some digital prank. The court's directive basically establishes that the law has to move at the exact same speed as these digital networks, forcing police to step up, preserve IP logs immediately, and swiftly block those offending URLs. It's a real game changer.
Down to number 5 now. Keeping with the cyber theme, we have a major crackdown on digital threats by the Delhi police. Let's actually unpack how a so-called digital arrest scam plays out in the real world. First, fraudsters impersonate Mumbai ATS and CBI officials. Then they keep their victim, in this case a woman, on a continuous, unrelenting WhatsApp video call just to completely isolate and intimidate her. Under the intense threat of fake legal action, they completely coerced her into transferring 7.22 lakh rupees via RTGS. Thankfully, the police followed the digital breadcrumbs, which led to the arrest of 3 men in West Bengal who supplied the mule bank accounts and SIM cards. This bust is crucial because it exposes exactly how these international networks use pure fear to drain people's life savings. All right, now for Block 4, major law enforcement busts. Hitting the countdown at number 4. We are looking at massive crackdowns on physical crime here, witnessing a truly dual-front war on narcotics.
On the policy side, Union Home Minister Amit Shah just chaired the 10th NCORID meeting, unveiling a massive vision document on drug control for 2026 to 2029. But meanwhile, on the ground, the Narcotics Control Bureau executed Operation White Strike. The sheer scale of this is staggering. We are talking about a 349-kilogram cocaine seizure in Mumbai. That stash is valued at an estimated 1,745 crore rupees. This sends a loud, uncompromising signal about the coordinated push toward a completely drug-free India by 2029.
Moving to number 3. We've got some intense late-night drama on Hyderabad's Outer Ring Road. A special police team finally caught up with Bhushan Srikanth. This guy was a most-wanted serial burglar, suspected in over 10 theft and robbery cases, plus the past murder of a police constable. They intercepted him in a tense, late-night operation near ORR Exit 12. And when he allegedly attempted to flee custody, the Nelgonda CCS police actually opened fire on his legs to stop him. This dramatic takedown finally ends a major cross-state crime spree, bringing some massive relief to communities all across Telangana and Andhra Pradesh.
Finally, we've reached our last block: shocking criminal investigations. These are the intricate, highly premeditated cases that are completely dominating the headlines today, starting with number 2. This one is a wild ride. Over a 2-year period spanning 2024 to 2026, a Bangalore businessman was continually, relentlessly blackmailed. The extortionists used compromised photos and extreme threats, even faking a suicide, to yield an astonishing 2.77 crores. The whole timeline culminated in July 2026 when police arrested Karnataka Youth Congress leader Ninzam in connection with this totally elaborate honey trap plot. Impartially speaking, this arrest really highlights that law enforcement is taking swift action regardless of political affiliation. It proves no one is above the law when it comes to severe extortion cases like this one. And finally, here we are, the number 1 story gripping the nation today. This case is just truly chilling. 26-year-old Ketan Agarwal was murdered after allegedly being pushed into a 300-foot gorge at Pune's Lohagad Fort. The primary accused? His own fiancée, Sia Goyal, and her lover, Chetan Chaudhary. Now, because the defense claims Chetan wasn't the man spotted in a hoodie on the fort's cameras, investigators are getting incredibly creative. The police are actually throwing a fiber dummy into the gorge to recreate the exact crime scene physics. They're doing this alongside utilizing advanced gait analysis from the CCTV footage. It's a fascinating look at how modern science and forensics have become absolutely crucial in solving these complex, premeditated betrayals. We've covered a massive amount of ground today, and what a rapid-fire journey it's been. Think about it, from the terrifying reality of digital arrests to the massive geopolitical shifts shaping our economy. How will these events shape your life? Which of today's stories will impact your tomorrow the most? Thank you so much for joining this explainer. Stay curious, keep questioning the headlines around you, and we will catch you next time.